We're going to start setting up your first module in your Canvas course. So when you get started, your course will look something like this. Everything's gray and blank and unpublished, and they will ask you right here, need help setting up your course, and you can go to Setup Checklist, and it gives you options here, a list of steps, and then obviously the last one is publish the course, but you can do that from the Canvas screen as well. Adding students to the course, we should not have to do that. The county will take care of that for you. Adding course assignments and importing files, I'll show you how to do that gradually, and then also set up announcements. First thing that we're going to do is, since we don't have another course, we're going to create modules. If you already had a course, you could import that content into this course. So here we go. I'm just going to close this and get started. So I'm at home. I am going to tell it to make a new module, and I'm just going to type in first module. Now this would be your first unit. You could change it to unit 1. Let's call it orientation. The lock until is used to make sure a student or a participant completes one module before they go to the next one. So in this case, we would not lock. It's going to be our first module. So simply add module. Okay, so we have a title of a module, and at this point we need to add information to that module. So it could be an assignment, a quiz, a content page. That's where you would read and gather information. So it's just an information page. Discussion. I teach 7th graders. I tend to shy away from that, but it is a group discussion. Text header, I have not used. External URL, I usually put that in a page for my students to just click. So I've not used that as just a page in a module. I usually put the external URL in something else. Okay, external tools, we'll talk about that later. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is start with a content page. So it's a new page, and I get to name it. So we'll just call it basic information. And the indentation simply means it's going to indent from the left margin a little bit. Sometimes I indent quizzes or assignments to make sure students notice the difference. So I'm going to leave that there and click Add Item. And we have our first piece of information in our module. So basic information, I click on that, and that's what it looks like. And you simply go to edit, and all the fun stuff starts. It's a blank canvas. You can type your information in here. You could copy and paste it from Word. You can insert files that will be links. You can upload videos. You can insert, there are more tools than this, but anyway, you can insert links to tools. There's just all kinds of things that you can put in on a page. So you can see some of the options that you have access to stick in on your basic information. So just for kicks, I'm going to go to public collections, and let's insert we'll insert Huda Math. And let's, ice cream truck sounds good. Okay, now at this point, before ice cream truck, we would obviously need to type some information. It's an assignment. You give them reading material or information or detailed directions, and then they would go down and hit next down here, and they would get to the assignment. Okay, so know that you can record and upload videos, but I am using a program called Screencast-O-Matic. It is free. I'm using the free version. I'm allowed to record up to 15 minutes, and we're at 6:45, so I think that's enough. I am going to go down here and tell it to save, and then I'm going to go back over here to modules, and right now my module looks to a student Unit 1 orientation, and they would click on basic information, and then they would read their instructions and click ice cream truck. Okay, alright, so that link got us to Huda Math. Hopefully the link would activate the game and the students would start. So I'm going to close that, and I'm here. And if you were ready for students to be able to see it, you would hit publish. If you change your mind, you unpublish it. And that is that.